There are some exciting new additions to the library's collection, including online offerings such as streaming video and a new children's collection. Deb Lambert, the library's Director of Collection Management, is with us to share more about these exciting new offerings. Deb, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
The first thing we want to talk about, the most recent item that patrons will find if they go online, is the ability to stream video. How does this work?
We're really excited to expand the collection of ebooks and downloadable audiobooks and magazines to add video. So it's going to be on the same platform that you'll find those other things on, and patrons can use their tablets or their computers or their smartphone, any kind of internet-enabled device to check out and stream video. And it's everything from award-winning documentaries and foreign films to children's movies and TV series like Sesame Street and
Wow.
Paddington Bear, and then other even feature films like Silver Linings Playbook and Django Unchained.
Fantastic.
And some really interesting titles.
Any need to download special files or software?
What's nice about this service is that there's no downloading at all.
Good.
It's just streaming, and you have to have an internet-enabled device. And you check it out for 7 days or less if you want to view it in less time. And there's no need to return. It automatically expires. There's no fines.
Just like ebooks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a difference in how to download or borrow these materials depending on if you're using an iDevice or an Android?
You just find your way to our library's website
And it'll tell you all you need to know.
Use your library card to check it out, and then you start streaming right there.
Okay. Recently, since we've talked last, the library added a new digital magazine service called Zinio, which provides full-color editions of popular magazines. How popular has this proven to be?
This has really taken off like gangbusters. It's really exciting. We've got some fabulous titles on there like Cosmopolitan and Us Weekly and National Geographic Interactive, which is an interactive magazine that embeds videos, that supports the stories, beautiful graphics, and all viewable on your iPad. When you're settling down at the end of the day, they've proven that most people do their magazine reading between 8 and 10. You've got your nice bright screen and full video or full graphics. It's a really great experience.
And is there a limit on how long you can, if you would download a particular magazine, how long that stays valid on your device?
These are an interesting change because it stays on your device and your account for as long as you want.
Oh, good.
They don't expire. And there's no checkout period. And you have to wait on hold for these. Everybody has access to it simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. Now, much like the streaming video offering for Zinio, is there a separate place on the library's website where people will find these? And back to the streaming videos, are they separated out from the physical collection?
On our library's website, you'll see on the front, you'll see links to e-video, e-magazines, e-books, and they'll all take you to one page that we have for download and streaming. And it's got separate links for all of these different content items: video, magazines, e-books, audiobooks.
So fairly intuitive for those who are interested. And for children, since we've talked last, the library has added a new online service called Tumble Books, a collection of ebooks and audiobooks just for children. How has that been going?
This is really exciting because it's for a wide range of children, from emerging readers to confident readers to even teens. We've got collections, and it ranges from ebooks and audiobooks. And what's nice is it's age appropriate for each group. We've got 3 different pieces of that: Tumble Book Library, Tumble Cloud Library, and Tumble Cloud Junior.
Well, what is the attraction of offering digital collections for young people? Is that really the best way to reach them these days?
Well, more families have these types of devices in their
Sure.
household, and kids are attracted to this. Young kids are attracted to these, and they want to play games on them. Well, we want to extend reading to that experience for them as well. And it's full color, and it's interactive, and there's touch, so it's a perfect way to enter the household on iPads by providing that content for young readers and children to add their ebooks to that.
And I would imagine that the value of having that, again, separated out from the adult collection, that is exactly how they would find it. There's a separate Tumble Book section that they can find from the website, right?
Absolutely. We've got more content that's geared towards children, and we've got it linked from our children's page, so it's separated from all the adult content.
Good. Well, as we talk about all of the online offerings, some may wonder, What about the physical collection? What is the future of the physical collection? Especially with the library's new long-range strategic plan, how important is the physical collection to the library's future?
That's a really good question. We've introduced a lot of services, but we still have those traditional services. And there's not too many new physical items that are coming out that we can introduce to the collection, although we have recently added Blu-ray. So our patrons can find Blu-ray in our collection. And but we are making changes to make it more accessible and more available to people. So we're changing our DVD lending policy to what we're calling a Lucky Day collection. In the past, for the first 3 months, feature films were not holdable for our patrons. So we're changing it so all feature films are holdable, and we'll have an increased number of copies that are holdable, and people can get on the hold queue and wait for their turn and check them out. But at the same time, we're going to have dedicated copies for each location in our library, and those will be available to find on the shelf when they're not checked out. So they'll return automatically to those libraries. So we'll have a combination of things that you can place holds on, and then some that you can't place hold on that people can find on the shelves at the library, so that we serve both types of patrons that like to place the holds and wait, or the people who like to browse and come into the library.
So you're still giving some deference to people who just come in and can still try to find things that are recent and some of the feature offerings.
And it may be their lucky day when they find a feature film on the shelf.
Yeah, thus the term Lucky Day DVDs. That you're. Now, I know you've been involved in what's called Collection HQ, and we don't want to get into the nuts and bolts in that, but that also is relevant to the library's future as we try to get a handle on what the needs of the collection are, what people truly want, how much of this do we have, how much do we order. That's important, an important activity for you to be undertaking, correct?
The Collection HQ tool has helped our staff rebalance our collection to move things to where they're more used and more popular. So there are certain types of materials that are more popular in our Franklin branch versus our Nora branch, for example. And it helps us move the collection to where it's going to be used. It's also helping our selectors identify what's really popular and what we should add more of and what's not moving and there's very little interest in, and focus less of our funds on those and more on what's really popular and needed.
And as we talk about devoting funds to the collection, do you foresee as much attention given to the physical materials, books, as what we're needing to spend more and more on now for the digital collection?
I think that we're going to be in a world where we have both formats, physical and virtual items, or e-content is what we call them. For a long time. We're going to continue to serve our patrons that have the interest in reading a physical book, as well as more and more people who are reading ebooks. So we're going to be doing both for a very long time. Well,
I'm glad we had a chance to pick your brain a little bit on that topic, because that's what a lot of people are interested in, talking about the future of the library. Anything else new on the horizon in terms of the collection that you'd like to share with people?
There are two new things that we're going to be adding to our online services in the coming months, and legal forms database is one of them, where we have a lot of books that have legal forms that we copy for people, and they can take to serve their own legal needs, writing their own will or any type of Indiana legal form. Now they'll be able to go on to our website and download those and search the various kind of forms themselves. The other database or service is something called Career Transitions, which is a service that helps people who are trying to make a change in their career, whether they're starting out from scratch from the beginning to mid-year and they're trying to find another job. It helps them search and learn about different vocational interests or preferences that they have, and also look at what education is required, what classes are available for that, to helping them write resumes and practice interviews and see interview questions or videos that help them build their job hunting skills.
Okay, very relevant, and as the library tries to help people with their lifelong needs.
Yes.
You're a busy person these days. Thank you for joining us. Deb Lambert, Director of Collection Management with the Indy Library. And for access to all of these things that she's talking about, just visit our website at ndpl.org.